Hi there. Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast with me, Russell Davis. This week, I want to look at the concept, the idea that our thoughts and feelings are not real. Our mind is like a magic trick. It presents this illusion of reality. It presents an illusion of thoughts and feelings being real, and that sends us down a rabbit hole. The more we can see the truth of how our mind works, the more we see how the magic trick works, we get tricked by it less and less. And for me, that's where freedom comes. Possibility, clarity. To next explore the idea of your thoughts and feelings not being real, to begin to release you from the illusion. I want to unpack the idea, the premise that thoughts and feelings are not real. We often get taught or brought up to, or we think that listening to our feelings is actually a good thing. We need to listen to our feelings. But as we get into this, I want to point to a possibility that it's not actually helpful. So our feelings aren't real, then we're making unwise decisions, not basing them upon reality. What about our thoughts? We often need to think things through and not to be thoughtless. And actually, we use that word, but when people are being thoughtless, they actually have a lot of thinking going on. They're not being thoughtless. They're overthinking. A lot of my clients can relate to the idea that they agree that they're overthinkers. I very much was an overthinker, and I can fall into overthinking from time to time. And we spend a lot of our time trying to manage our state of mind. We end up tying ourselves into knots. I think one of the reasons is we don't realize that actually our thoughts and feelings are not real. Let's look at thoughts for a moment. And the thing about thought is, I think there's a difference between thought and thinking. Thought is a tool. Thought is an ability to have thinking, to have thoughts. But thought is a tool like Play-Doh. It's pure potential. We have the potential to have thinking, thoughts in shapes and sizes. When you finish playing a Play-Doh, you put it back in the tin and you can make something else. It's constantly evolving into different things. So our thought is not fixed. It is pure potential. It's a tool to create different types of thoughts. It's imagination. The tool is imagination. Our thinking is pure imagination. And often we don't see that. Thinking is not reality. But it's through thought, it's through this potential, it's through this Play-Doh of imagination that our reality is created. It's through thought reality is created. So we have this ability, this potential of thought, and thinking is what we do with it. We create different thoughts, thinking, different shapes and sizes. And we're not aware that actually it's pure imagination, pure potential. We see it as reality. We think it's truth. We think it's fixed. It's really not. And the thing is about our imagination is we have no control over it. You don't choose your daydreams. You don't choose your dreams. We have no control over imagination. And we're not realizing how much we're living in our imagination in the day, not just in our dreams at night. We're living in our imagination throughout the day, 100% of the time. Every moment, we're living in imagination. Our perception of situations. Our thinking is our imagination. And just hold that idea for a moment. What if you could see the idea that thought is pure imagination? You don't have to give your thoughts a second thought. And sometimes we never get crazy thoughts. We'll get crazy thoughts, if we're honest. I could be in a queue and be in a hurry and think, well, to push that person out of the way. I would never do it. Those thoughts are gone and forgotten about as quickly as they come in. We don't give them a second thought. We know it's pure imagination. We don't judge ourselves for it. Just let it go. So in the psychopath that gives it a second thought, then the third thought and the fourth thought, before they know it's the most important thing they need to do, it becomes their reality. So we let the crazy thoughts go. We don't judge ourselves for having them. But other thoughts come into our consciousness. We think they matter. We think they're reality. We think we need to listen to them. We don't see them as imagination. But it's all imagination. It's all imagination. It's the space between thoughts. When our mind is quiet, we connect to something deeper, our true self, our wisdom, our heart, our gut. You could say that's still a type of thought. I say it's an inside-out thinking. It's wisdom. It's not contaminated by fear and insecurity, which is our conscious thinking often is. So the more we hold our thoughts lightly, we connect to something deeper. You can't think your way to clarity. We're built for insights, for realizations. They come to us. They come to us. It's like looking at an optical illusion. Sometimes the harder you try to find the different way of seeing it, like there's one, the famous one with a young woman and an older woman, and you can see both, but the more you try to see the other one, often you can't. It comes to you. Insights come to you. Solutions come to you, but you're not thinking about the problem. When you're in the shower, walking the dog, clarity comes to us. You can't think your way to clarity. Clarity is that space between thoughts. What if you could see thought as a potential? Pure potential, like Play-Doh. It's not reality. None of it's reality. It's an amazing tool to have, don't get me wrong. Imagination's a powerful tool. Sitting in front of a computer, using a microphone, all these things I'm using started in someone's imagination. But it's imagination. The more we can see our thoughts are not real, they're imagination, we tie ourselves into knots less. We stop trying to think our way to clarity. We get stuck in loops less. Thought can flow. And it settles on its own without us doing anything. The more we see it for what it is, it just moves on. Our mind settles automatically. Clarity begins to come. It's like a snow globe. You shake it, but it settles on its own. And that's the same with our thinking. The more we see it for what it is, it just settles. It just settles. Most of our thinking is contaminated thinking. It's stuff we learned over the years. It's not us, not our stuff. We're surrounded by other people's judgments, opinions, and fears. And especially when we're young, we take it on as our truth. It's not. It's not. And when the snow globe settles, when your mind settles, that's when you get connected to your truth, your soul, your heart. That's where clarity, perspective, and wisdom come. So thoughts are not real. They're Play-Doh imagination. And they create our experience moment to moment. David Bohm is a physicist, and he says, no, thoughts creates our reality, but it says it didn't do it. No, thoughts creates our world, but it says it didn't do it. We're left to believe that we're living in this world of reality, not seeing it's created by thought. Thought's creating this movie in our head and has the best special effects department in the whole wide world, has our feelings, our consciousness. Thought creates our experience moment to moment, our psychological experience. Our mind is a projector, projecting this movie in our mind, and we're believing it. It's creating these human experiences. Michael Neal was a coach I know. He used to be an NLP trainer, and back in the 90s, there was a TV program that I think it was recording a pilot, and they're testing theories in the world, scientific and different types of theories, and they wanted to test there's an NLP phobia cure. Very quickly, you can cure someone from simple phobias, like spider phobias. And they had him on to try and test this on this TV show. They had 3 people with spider phobias, and he was going to work with them and clear their phobias. And they were wired up to these machines, these monitors with needles showing their stress levels. And there was a doctor with them. And in the kind of rehearsal in the afternoon, it was a live show. They're all wired up to these machines, and the producer was explaining what's going to happen. And he said, in the evening, the floor manager is going to come on with a Perspex box, this Perspex box, with spiders in it. And all 3 needles went berserk. All 3 people had this fear response. There are no spiders in that box in that moment. He was explaining, later on in the live show, there's going to be these spiders in this box. But the idea of it sent the needles mad. The idea of it created this fear. We're not scared of what we think we're scared of. We're scared of the thought of it. The idea of it, that creates the fear. Fear is imagination. Fear is pure imagination. And not just fear. Every human experience we have is thought. It's thought. Feelings are thoughts that come alive into our nervous system. Feelings are telling us we're no longer seeing life in reality. We're no longer present to the moment. We're caught up in some movie in our head. Because the movie is invisible, it looks like we're feeling reality, feeling life. Car breaks down, you feel frustrated or annoyed or worried. But it's your thinking about it creates the experience, not the circumstance. If it was a circumstance, everyone had the same experience, the same circumstances. It doesn't work that way. If it was a circumstance, then our feelings would never change until the circumstances changed. We go through these circumstances and some days feel better than others. Our mindset changes, our thinking changes. We live in the experience of our thinking 100% of the time. So our feelings are not real. We're feeling them with our imagination. We're feeling our imagination. When we're 100% in the moment, in reality, we don't have a strong feeling. We're just present. We're just present. So the more we can see that thoughts are not real, the more we can see our feelings are not real, life becomes simpler. We don't just try to think our way to clarity. We don't try and put energy into the snow globe trying to work out how do we feel calm, how do I fix this, how do I resolve this. There's nothing to fix. Psychologically, there's nothing to fix. The more we see that, our mind settles, our emotions settle. We come back to clarity, perspective, peace, wisdom. It's a self-correcting system. The more we see it, the more we stop interfering with it. The more we see our feelings, our thoughts that come alive into our nervous system, we don't have to be scared of them. We don't have to take any meaning from it. We don't do anything with it. We can surf it. We can surf it. True freedom doesn't come from never feeling fear, anxiety, fear, sadness. True freedom comes from not caring how we feel. Not caring how we feel. So we're going to have feelings, we're human. We're going to have these responses. But the more we see them for what they are, we care about them less. They just move through. They just pass through. We don't take them personally, we don't blame others for them. They just move through. What if you can begin to see your thoughts and feelings are not real? Loving you.